To complete report 6742, which is an agenda, we're going to follow from the very beginning, step by step, from GDP to Word and back and forth as needed. So in the Lessons menu at Lesson 67, we want to double-click Report 6742. You can see the list does go farther down here, but we want Report 6742. Always read the introductory screens. We're going to be learning about formatting an agenda and using bullets and numbering. That is one of those things that is assumed you have learned in a prior course, and your margin refers you to the lessons in your word processing manual that will get you up to date if you have not covered that before as taught. Click Next, and then click Create Report 6742. Your word processor will open, then double check that you have the GDP tab on your ribbon at the top. I am going to resize my window so that I can have the instructions showing over on the right. You'll want your textbook open to page 239 for the content of the lesson. The instructions we will follow in order over here on the right. The first step is to press Enter 5 times to begin the first line 2 inches from the top of the page. I'm going to turn on Show Hide so that our formatting marks will show and you'll be able to count the lines, or be sure to notice blank lines and spaces as they appear. Now in the instructions, I have to double check that your defaults are set at 12.1.0 line spacing and no space after paragraph. Now this should not be a problem. GDP will override Word's defaults, but if for some reason you do not have this GDP tab up here and are typing in Word outside of GDP, you will need to change the default. If they are not this, that is one clue that you are probably not in the right place, and the instructions won't work to produce the kind of document expected. Okay, trust yourself to count when you press Enter 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you will see 6 lines there, but that's because you're typing on the 6th line and the last formatting paragraph mark is going to move as you type. Step 2. The task is to center and type the name of the company or committee in all caps, bold, and 14-point font. So the first thing we're going to do is center. You can use Control-E or this command on your ribbon. I'm going to turn on my caps lock key. I'm going to turn on bold. I usually use the keyboard, Control-B. But at the moment, I am going to type in 12-point, and I'll tell you why in a moment. I'm going to temporarily move down to step 3 and press Enter 2 times before I go back to change the title to 14-point. The reason is so that I will not have to switch back to 12-point and have too much space in the blank line before we carry on with the rest. That's just a matter of preference. You can do as you like, but I want your blank line to be at 12-point and not 14. So, resuming with step 3, we're going to center and type meeting agenda in upper and lowercase, so I'm going to turn off caps lock, and it is in bold and at 12-point font. So we're going to go on to step 4, press Enter 2 times, and center and type the date. In the book, we type November 17, and the current year. Then we double check that it is using upper and lowercase, it is bold in 12-point font, and then we will go on to step 5. Here we press Enter 2 times. We need to return to left alignment, so I'm going to type Control-L or click the paragraph command, align text left. To change line spacing to double, the easiest way is to type Control-2, or on this menu, select 2.0. Also, remember to turn off bold. Then we're going to type all of the items. Then we highlight the items, select them, and apply the number format at that point. Click the numbering command in the paragraph group. Now, in business documents, we need to position the numbers at the left margin, so we use the decrease indent command. Proofread for any obvious errors, and then we'll return to GDP and see if there are any other errors that we need to come back to correct in the document. I'll demonstrate all of these things in the next video.